I'm gonna throw my grass out the window and crumple up my papers too. I'll give away my speed, 'cause baby, all I'll ever need is just a little bit of love from you, and we'll be making it natural. And ain't it just about time? It's been the cause of all my sorrows, but I think I'll start tomorrow, 'cause I sure could use a hit right now. What are the humans doing?
Yeah, let's make it a beautiful day.
Pop is an organ grinder. There aren't many of his kind around anymore. Pete is his sidekick. But to see them in a crowd, it seems like it's the other way around.
Do you think you're ready? Can you handle the truth? Or are you in denial and demand more proof? They demonstrate in real time how they're spinning you lies, but no one pays attention, no one opens their eyes. They walk around like zombies with their head in the mobiles, signaling their virtues with a pick on their profile. Yeah.
Although I still wouldn't recommend experimenting with them. Everything I did was for educational purposes only, and I take zero responsibility for anyone who hurts themselves attempting to replicate my work. And with that out of the way,
I forget about that every time, man. Every time I play that. Welcome to the show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is a YouTube slave class. If you're one of those slaving in the minds of YouTube, welcome home. So tonight we're going to be covering risk assessment, what it takes to keep a channel, maintain a channel, and not lose your channel to these insignificant specks that crawl all over us. So as a YouTube creator, you will face several threats. YouTube itself is one of them, but we're going to get to that. Downstairs, we've got What's Up, Cynthia, and over to the right, we got Ajot, or the Bad Binky, in my opinion. How y'all doing?
What's up?
So both of you do different stuff. You're very different channels. So Ajot got started more in the shorts arena and kind of branched out into live streams, whereas you came in through the back door of PanelVerse. So that's kind of weird to me. Have you ever gotten a strike at all? Have you ever had anything negative happen to your channel?
Yes. I had one person throw 9 of them on me at one time.
Did they mostly just fall off though?
Yeah, they all fell off.
Yeah.
9? Wow.
Yeah, she was definitely determined to get me out of there. It was personal.
The issue I have is apparently I might be a mite too clever sometimes. I'll clip a short from another short, and when I clip that short, I'll laugh at something that I think is funny, and then YouTube says, no, that's animal cruelty. But somehow it's not animal cruelty for the original video that has millions of views to stay up. But for me to laugh at the fact that a couple of Florida guys could spike a beer on an alligator tooth, that shit's funny, and I don't care who you are.
Do you think that has something to do with particular people are going to report your page versus they won't, other people aren't reporting the original page? Or is it just the way the wind blows on YouTube that day.
I give as much
It
credence
could
to the
be.
way
I
the
mean-
wind blows as I do to somebody getting something about me stuck in their craw. I mean, because
Stuck in-
here's the thing. If you're dealing with a shorts channel and they've got millions of subscribers, the chances that there's not 100,000 of them screeching at the top of their lungs like a Karen is very small.
Mhm.
Chances are they've got 100,000 people blocked. You know what I mean? Like, when you're talking millions of subscribers, you're talking a significant troll count. You have to deal with them.
You can have 10 subscribers and have 2 of those be trolls. You never know.
If you've got 10 subscribers, chances are it's 2 trolls arguing with each other with 5 accounts each.
Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in.
What's happening? You want to do that thing?
Yeah,
We're gonna
do
do
that thing.
All right, so AJ, you don't count. You're up here. But Oklahoma Outlaw, he gets the gold.
What's
Right?
up, Oklahoma?
U-Haul gets the silver. Can you believe it? Scotty Waddles gets the bronze. Welcome in, folks. Good to see you. We got What Say Lou over in my chat.
What up, Lou?
Yeah, Lou. Good to see you. Appreciate you coming through. Someone somewhere is out there somewhere.
What's up,
Supposedly.
I like your dog.
Let me audit you.
Let me, what's up? Nikki, hello.
That's Nikki, yeah. Love that shit. Crafty.
Hey, off the topic, Joe Cool has inspired me. I want to go audit college courses, just the courses I really want to take, but call myself an auditor and see if that can get me in the classes.
I don't think that'll fly.
I think it will. And I'm going to go and talk to him and be like, I'm auditing for my YouTube channel to see. I won't share anything, but I just need to sit in here.
That don't make no sense at all. You see, people pay good money to go to those classes.
Yeah.
You don't
So,
recommend
that's why they need an auditor. People pay good money for cops. That's why they need an auditor.
Yo, motherfucking cool, baby.
John D.
Hey,
welcome in.
hey. If we get one more white woman up here, he'll be obliged to show up.
True.
Right. What's up, Watt Life? Welcome in. Good to see you. We got John Denicola floating around in chat. That's good to see.
Gregory.
I keep waiting. Oh, Gregory. Yeah, I highlighted him, but I didn't. I touched his little comment. I touched it. That's what I did.
Touched it a little bit.
Just a little bit. Now, I ain't got no visuals for this particular one. We're just going to go over the risks of various types of content upload, right?
Mm-hmm.
So just to start with, anything you film, before you click that upload button, watch it all the way through. Don't cut it off 2 seconds before it's done. Don't just skip through it and like do the 5-second fast forward treatment. That's not good enough, because the thing is like there are little things you might miss, like a song playing in the background that you did not notice. You knew it was there, but on a conscious level, it didn't occur to you that that's grounds for a copyright claim, or possibly a strike if it's the Eagles. So you just don't think about it the first time, the second time, the whole time you're sitting there editing through and everything. And then when you go and watch it that last time before you actually do the upload, it's possible you'll pick up on it. I mean, chances are if you hadn't caught it before then, it's probably not going to happen. But you watch it all the way through. I don't care if it's a short. I don't care if it's a 2-hour freaking documentary on foot fungus. It doesn't matter. Watch it all the way through.
That applies to long videos.
Yeah.
I've not watched all the way through and realized when I love clips in there just as a marker, and I didn't take them out. So when they were on YouTube, my markers were still in the videos, and I was like, "Oh, well, that's odd."
Right? That's just amateur backdoor shit. That's just amateur fucking. You're not an editor. That's all that is, right?
I just wanted
YouTube
over.
Accounts for so many different disciplines. It's difficult to get a grip on all of it, because you've got sound, you've got video, you've got editing, you've got scene setting, you've got timing, comedy, freaking drama. You've got all these different things that you gotta weave together into some kind of useful matrix in order to either build or facilitate another channel or monetize if that's what you're trying to do.
Big
It's
Chief,
just
welcome in.
Big Chief. What up, brother? Chilling like a villain, cheating, robbing, stealing, you know it. So when you start actually making content, you start running afoul of these terms of service issues, whether it's the people in chat or it's the free, you try to hold a panel and you've got like flying buttholes flying backstage constantly. I mean, whatever it is that they and there's always a they that they do, right? It's important to remember throughout the whole thing, the thing that'll get you smoked fastest is you reacting aggressively to something, because all it takes is one slip of the tongue of saying that you're going to go do something that is less than savory for them to say, okay, well, now you're bullying, and poof, your channel gets nuked from orbit. You don't know that about exactly why, because you lost all 8,000 hours of your live streams.
Absolutely.
Backing up stuff is important too, especially if you actually want to keep it.
Absolutely. I'm always amazed at people who do not keep their shows at a separate place.
Yeah, my shows individually, I download onto a hard drive over here. But my usual just bulk live streams that I do, if I'm a guest on someone else's, I don't back those up.
Yeah.
They're not technically mine, I don't think. Right. So, you know.
Anything that I create, I want, even if YouTube takes it away, it's still something I took the time to invest in, and I don't want anyone to take it from me.
What's up, Princess? Well, that's kind of a funny thing, because in your terms of service, when you signed in, you basically signed over all of your copyright management to YouTube.
Right.
So this is why you kind of got to be careful about which platform you actually utilize to try to generate revenue. Is YouTube is easy to get started. It's hard to really make headway again, like upstream against the algorithm.
Mm-hmm.
If you're willing to tap into the things that are trending and go with it, it's a lot easier to get the views, to get the subscribers, to get people to share it than it is if you're not going with like some specific aspect of the general narrative, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just look at Wizard. Wizard could have one of the most interesting freaking channels on YouTube. That man has enough trolling experience to sit down and just lay out a freaking class in it, right? But he doesn't do that. Instead, he gets nuked. He starts another channel that's just slightly less acerbic, just a little bit less acidic, just a hair less toxic. Do you remember when he was running the Heckle Bus?
Mm-hmm.
That man. Woo,
that's something, another thing that like it almost like makes like my nails on chalkboard when I watch content creators running their show in a way that risks them getting taken out. I'm thinking, why am I watching you go against yourself right now? Like as a content creator, watching another content creator, I'm automatically thinking in content and creator ways. Don't do that. That could hurt your channel. Don't do that.
Right. And that comes down to panels, right? When you're hosting a panel, before you ever start the panel, you should consider whether you are entertaining creators or commenters, because if you're entertaining commenters, you can go a little bit further down this road than you can if you're just dealing with creators, because there are some people who make content and there are other people who are content.
True.
Right? So if you're coming up to be content, that's one thing. If you're coming up to make content, that's a whole nother ball game, because creator thoughts are a thing. People who have channels are less likely to nuke your channel because they understand what it takes to do so, you know. So they're less likely to say those things, not saying they won't, but less likely. You know, that's what amazes me about Flow State. That's one of the reasons why I stay with that channel, is because I'm trying to figure out what is it that tips him off that something's not legit. I've seen him do it with, and nothing even raised my autistic hairs. There was nothing there, and homie just never acknowledged that that screen was down there. And after an hour, it starts playing, you know, prawn, and I'm like, wow, okay, like I didn't see that coming, but apparently he knew something about that. Because he never mentioned it, never brought it up, never said a word, wasn't a consideration. He didn't tell me not to bring it up. He just left it there. And because it was left there, I didn't mess with it, because that's kind of how that works. And I was absolutely freaking amazed. I was like, how did that random, maybe he recognized the image they used or something. I don't know. But I never thought to ask about it. But at the same time, I've had the same shit going on backstage. And this is one of the reasons why I don't share producer credits on my channel, is because I've got this one guy who doesn't send prawn. He just gets naked and pops in the backstage, and you kick him out to show back up with another one. But he lays across an ottoman with a fan blowing on his butthole and just
Oh
leaves.
my lord!
He just does that.
Is it Butthole Winker?
No, and I know this guy. I actually know this guy. I went to school with him. He found out I had a YouTube channel. He told me he was going to get me. I was like, good luck, bitch.
Welcome in, Sasquatch. Welcome in, Judd.
Yes, sir. Judd, Supermod. There he is.
Toe for life.
It's Toe Daddy. I miss my little spoon.
Toe for life.
So basically, I've spent the past 3 weeks since I got this last strike, right? I've spent the last month or so throughout the hurricane, throughout the time, you know, with no power and no internet and stuff. In the back of my head kept percolating. If I can't do funny stuff, right? Oh, I'm gonna have to see some skin. Yeah, that'll do.
You said butthole and fan, and you had me.
Sasquatch.
Who is it?
It's Seth Squatch.
Sorry.
That's Squatch. No relation.
Another Squatch.
Yeah, we be squatching.
What up, Ajot? How are you?
What's up, buddy?
Hey. No, he said butthole and fan, and I got all excited. I had to hit that panel. You know what I'm saying?
So this is one of those risk assessment moments we were talking about. I didn't know this guy from Adam's House Cat, but if you're going to talk about buttholes and fans, I'm good with it.
Yeah, right. I do know Ajot. I've known Ajot probably about a year or so. I know her from over at Devo's.
I'm her baby daddy. Did you know that?
I'm sorry.
Congratulations.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's funny.
Everybody wants to be my baby daddy.
No, that's my YouTube kid. You can't lie to me. She met her baby daddy on one of my backstage panels.
Oh, that's cool.
And they hooked up and ran off and disappeared into the forest for a while and came back with a kid.
Holy shit. That's a hell of a YouTube story right there.
That's direct lore. That's Sasquatch lore.
Sasquatch. Did you say Sasquatch? How did you get your name? And I'll tell you how I got my name.
Okay, so I live in a swamp. I grew up in a swamp my whole life.
Hey,
I was
that's
always
what I call my
crawling around
channel,
out
is
there.
the swamp. That's crazy. Go ahead.
Wow.
Choice. And when I was a kid, I was always really good at sneaking up on folks, and everybody would like, it was kind of comical because they would look around for me before they'd start any kind of anything, right? But anyway, when I went to start my channel, I tried to think of something that was unique, and I pounded in all kinds of crap. And I had about a half dozen of them that came up, you know, with nothing attached to them. And Caucasian Sasquatch was one of them. And I tested all the different names that I came up with the different folks that I knew. And Caucasian Sasquatch was the one that they heard and looked at me and laughed immediately. And I went, yeah, okay, that's going to have to be it. Now, as a young child, I spent most of my time camping in the swamp that I lived in. I had a canoe, and I just rode my happy ass out wherever the hell I want to go, do whatever I want to do. In 1997, I encountered something out there I can't explain. It's a very odd thing.
Was a fan and a butthole involved?
There was neither a fan. although there was a covered butthole involved. And depending on what day of the
sorry,
week it
Miss
is,
Cynthia, I made her you turned her camera off. She said nope. She said nope.
that's the Joker. What happened was there was a drought for like 2 years in a row, and on the second year of that drought, the swamp was so freaking low that you could step across the creek that generates the swamp with a step. You can just hop across it and walk to the other side without getting your feet wet. So
wow.
because there was, nothing was moving. It's 114 degrees out here. It's the middle of freaking August. I decided to go see what could be seen. And initially I was going to try to go hunting, and I failed miserably. There was nothing out there, dude, nothing moving. So I said, sure, I'm going to go fishing. There's a sinkhole in the middle of the swamp we call the Medlock hole. And it's always got water in it because it's 60 foot deep, and you can go catch fish out of there. If the fucking ocean drives up, there'll be water in the bottom of that hole.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So I went out there going to go fishing, and wandering over in that direction. First of all, it was really disconcerting because I've never been out there when there wasn't water across this place. You usually rode to this place.
Right.
And I was walking on the ground. It was real surreal as hell. But when I got up to where the Medlock hole was, I was walking in.
Okay, hold on, pause. Hey, the settlement and Farlap, welcome in. This story will go on forever. I might not get another moment, so I just want to welcome you into my chat. Go ahead.
I just want y'all to know my story is not this long, but go ahead.
This is a long-winded one. It is. No, but this is my channel, so it's okay. That's how that works.
I can shut the fuck up, right?
that's exactly how it works. You're a good man. See, we can keep him.
No, shit.
So when I come up on the Medlock hole, there was this guy in a fur coat that was drinking water out of the Medlock hole. I was like, hey man, you probably shouldn't be drinking that. And he looked over his shoulder, and he didn't have a nose right. And he was a little fuzzier than maybe he should have been. He was a bikini wax away from voting Democrat. They would have given him a freaking ballot. I shit you not. He stood up. He looked at me real disappointed, like stood up and just walked away. And I stood there for a minute and wondering what I'd just seen, because that was a naked man covered in hair.
Going so low, he had to mute for a minute.
No, I hit this weed pipe and I was coughing. I was trying not to be rude and cough on the man's panel. I'm not a complete asshole.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna join.
Yeah, no. Hey, my story is not quite like that. My story involves fucking PGA punch and 2 hits of acid, and a Halloween party, and we was in Northwest Arkansas partying, right? And so we're out at this cabin, and we got some more friends that are coming out to meet us at this party. And my buddy is like, hey, let's go meet them naked. Well, his naked and my naked are 2 different nakeds. He went down to underwear. I went down to socks. You know what I'm saying? So they said I look like it because my name's Seth. My name looked like a naked Sasquatch just creeping out there through the woods. You know what I mean? I just kind of all fucked up on acid. Yeah, it's a bad deal.
Nice.
All right, so what do you do on YouTube?
Now, going back to look, not only am I creating content, but I'm also being content. Sometimes you can do both without being a locale. Sometimes you're just fucking entertaining. You know
I have a philosophy on that, bro. You need to take notes on this one.
Okay,
you can either end being a YouTuber or eventually become the locale. You have no choice on that second part. You either stop YouTubing entirely, or you eventually become the locale. It's like the hero's journey kind of thing.
Can I be real honest with you? My journey on YouTube, I've been on YouTube for 3 years. I've got a man's grandma's tattoo, her face tattooed on my ass as a troll. I'm not proud of this. I've had a dick pic put out.
Don't want to see it.
No. Let's go ahead. No, I mean, listen. You got to own your shit, right? You got to own your shit.
Okay, fine. I have a tattoo of Tigger on my ass.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
It says flouncy, bouncy, bouncy, fun. Look at her. We're killing her.
This panel took a turn. I think I ran this off. I am so.
Oh my god.
I apologize, Miss Cynthia. Yeah. So, but here's the deal. If you here's what I do know. about
John D
YouTube.
has poo.
First of all, you don't know who the fuck I am. You know what I'm saying? You don't know who I am, just like I don't know who you are. So your opinion of me really don't matter. But if I can
How
get a
can it
laugh
have?
out of you,
How can my opinion of you affect you if I don't know who you are? And even if I did, why would it? Why would you
see,
care?
that's the problem. That's the difference between a locale, because locales let what others think affect them. Like King Cobra JFS, one of the biggest locales on YouTube. But you know what he does? He's like, fuck it, y'all are gonna troll me, y'all are gonna send me money, y'all are gonna pay for my shit. I might as well go with it. He leans into it.
Sure. But that's what
Then
I'm
you've
saying
got
is you remain a YouTuber until you learn to lean into it, at which point in time you accept
got
becoming
to.
the locale.
You can embarrass me because I'm as crazy as I am on YouTube, and that's another thing. These motherfuckers don't understand. I'm like this. This is real life. I'm like this in real life. I'm this big. I'm this loud. I'm this fucking crazy. Like, it's just who the fuck I am. And
I was
that's what
told Harry Nuts told me that that YouTube Sasquatch was Sasquatch Light. And that once you actually meet me, you get a real idea of what my humor's like. It's really dark.
yeah. Oh, I see. I have dark humor. You know, I think
He loves to
it's
do
funny.
things with his leg.
Oh yeah, I only have one leg. Yeah. Oh yeah, I
That's
got a
good. I have
prosthetic leg.
3. Would you like one of mine?
I've got 3 myself.
Oh,
Actually, I got
that's
4
so
if you really want to get down to it. You know what I'm saying?
well, no, I got a prosthetic leg that a junkie friend of mine found
A
somewhere.
junkie friend of mine, he's like,
my
I'll
house.
trade you an 8 ball.
What's up, Army vet?
And
Hello,
then it's the dope, man. You can be like, this is the last motherfucker didn't pay. You know what I'm saying? It's a win-win.
No, man. I never could bring myself to take somebody's leg. But anyway, this is one of those risk assessment moments. We're not going to talk about dope. Not buying dope nor selling dope. We're not discussing it.
I was just kidding. That was a joke. This is
Trading
all for
prosthetic
entertainment
legs for
purposes
dope.
only, I swear to God.
So
I'm fat and got most of my teeth.
okay.
Oh my
It's
god.
good to know.
Oh my god.
All right, y'all. He's a real. Wait a second. Hold on. He's a real catch, ladies and gentlemen. We have a one-legged fat redneck guy with some teeth.
You should ask my old lady. I am a real catch. Sometimes she tries to throw me back, though.
Yeah, that's the fun part. Bitch, put muscle in her back trying to get around on it.
Dude, she locks me in the house and takes my leg and says, son of a bitch, you're not going fucking nowhere, and then leaves me. And fucking leaves me. I swear to God. I swear to fucking God.
But is it really considered abuse, or would you actually leave her if given the actual opportunity?
Oh, man, I don't know. I kind of like it, you know? Like, I like the abuse, you know?
See?
You know, poop on my chest and call me Sally. You know what I'm saying?
Slap me and call me Susan.
There you go. As long as it ain't fucking Karen, you know?
Cynthia, what are you doing over there? Cam up. I want to see how this is affecting you. I want to see your eyeballs.
Standing tall, welcome in.
Standing tall. We got Parlap News. I was talking to Cynthia. Like she went off cam about time you showed up.
I know, she was like, I do
She
not
said
want to
she
be on
would
panel
be.
with this motherfucker. You know what? Most people are like that, Miss Cynthia. I do not blame you. But I ain't scared to cam up. I'm not scared.
She said she'd be right back. I don't know if she's back yet. So.
She had to go blow her nose.
It's what's funny. Okay, so I do make jokes about drugs because I'm in recovery. You know,
Yeah,
and
me too.
I find it funny.
Usually I'll let it fly.
Usually. $20 bill. You know what I'm saying? So I get it.
But we do kind of have a topic on this particular show. Did you happen to catch it?
No.
First of all,
yes.
what do you do on YouTube?
Yes.
What do you do?
What I do on YouTube? You don't want to know what I do on YouTube. I deliver Happy Meals. I delivered an apple once, and this dude fought me. Like, I've done some shit on YouTube.
But do you have a channel?
Yeah. Yes, I do. I just hit 1,000. I just hit 1,000.
Good deal. I hear you, brother.
I am partially monetized.
Cool.
You know, I got members and shit. Basically, the only reason why I did that is because the people that I troll, they're mad because they can't get monetization and they bought all their shit.
I know those types. I've met them.
So you know what I'm talking about. So yeah,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
a troll. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a troll. I show my face. I don't give a fuck. I am that motherfucker that will bring a Happy Meal if you invite me to your house and then whip your ass when you swing on me. I've seen it happen. There's videos on YouTube of it, as a matter of fact. The 1 year anniversary, November 27th, as a matter of fact. Shout out that Haytide junkie that I whooped his ass. You know what I'm saying? Sitting in that twin bed. Lives with his grandpa, sits in a twin bed and sucks old man's cock. You know what I'm saying? The things we do on YouTube.
Hey, Cynthia, what do you think about this one?
I'm wild. I know.
Well, the Confederate flag in the back has definitely caught my attention.
Here
I
we
like
go.
that. And
I'm from the South.
where I'm from the South as well, but I have a color film strip.
There's nothing wrong with that. Okay.
Right. Whereabouts
That's your
from the
choice,
South?
just like that's my choice, right?
Right.
There you
Right.
go.
And I love that you advertise it, which is something that most don't. So I definitely
I'm real.
appreciate that.
My prosthetic leg has a Confederate flag on it. I'm from
And
the
I-
South.
And
I'm
because
proud
you're
to
from
be
the
from
South,
the
I
South.
can respect that. And because you're from the South, I figure that's going to be real.
Now,
And a
do I
lot of
believe in
people-
owning? Do I believe
What's
in
up,
owning
Joe?
another human being?
Welcome
No,
in,
I do
buddy.
not. I believe that's wrong. That's
Do
not
what
right.
now?
I don't agree with that shit.
What?
You know, owning another human being. No,
Oh,
but
right.
let me tell you something. There are people still in the South that are mad that the North won. Just so you know, I don't know
Well,
fucking why, but they
Hey,
are. Right?
hey,
There's
hey, stop talking about me behind my back. We could have had our own freaking secret empire. Some assholes had to come along and take some dude's sword.
Oh shit.
So someone in the chat is asking, how did you lose your leg? And
Not cut off. No. It was kind of a combination of things. I'm diabetic. I was on drugs at the time. So just a combination of the two.
That'll do it.
Kept getting infections, couldn't get rid of them. Like I said, I'm real. I mean, I don't have shit to hide because ain't nobody gonna whip nobody. You know what I'm saying? We're all for, you know, that's how I look at it. Like,
how old were you when you lost your leg?
I lost it January 5th, 2020. I was 32. I'm not good at math. I was good at math, but I wasn't good at math. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
And say he did that meth map, also known as European numbers.
You know, it's what's funny is somebody asked me a math question the other day, and I was like, I don't know, they're like drugs, and I was like, blah, 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 blah. I was like, oh fuck, that's horrible.
See, I can do metric. The drugs is the only reason I can do metric. Like I can do metric in my head, but when it comes to like normal math, I just look at you funny. I'm like, oh, there's some kind of shit.
So
Nice. Well, thank you for sharing. I appreciate your honesty. It definitely, that's how we all are in the South. We're just pretty blunt and honest. And being on the internet, I've noticed.
If you lie, eventually it's going to be found out because whatever's done in the darkness will come to light. That's not just that's just how it is. I mean, you're seeing that shit with, not to change the subject, with P. Diddy, with all these other things that's coming out, all this shit that's been hid for years is coming out. So why? And another thing, if you have secrets, here's the deal. If you have a secret, somebody can hold that shit over your head. You know what? That's why I don't have secrets, because ain't nobody holding shit over my head.
Word.
Welcome in, Danny's Thoughts. Good to see you, bud. Joko Zatoichi 444.
A lot of we're not perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect.
Ask my lady.
Speak for yourself. I'm absolutely.
And a lot of people, when you realize you're not perfect and you're going to make mistakes, it's easier to stand in your mistakes. But it's when you're like, I'm perfect, you can't catch me wrong.
Well, here's the deal.
That's when you have to push back.
Just own your shit.
Word.
Like, I mean, if you, like, I know that I can't be around people that do dope, so I don't go around people that do dope. Like, I know that they're like, when you know that you can't do something, don't try to do that. Does that make sense? Like,
yes.
Okay, I'm a musician. Yes. You know, I've got guitars. I play piano, bass, mandolin, fiddle, banjo, just about anything but the meat flute. And so You can laugh. It's okay.
I was going to build off of it, but I said no, don't, because it's on the internet.
On the internet.
Forever.
Right.
Yeah.
Welcome in, Scully. Good to see you, bud.
But like lies. I forgot where I was going with that. Oh, I mean, like, just if people,
I don't know, but it involved the skid flute, which seems like a pause kind of moment.
it does pause. I was talking about, and so I know that I can play the guitar, but I can't work on a vehicle to save my life. I'm not a mechanic, so I know I don't need to do that. Okay, if you can't find, and when you're on YouTube, you got to pick a lane. You got to find your lane. Either trolling, because I'm gonna let you know right now, YouTube is ran by trolls. Don't give a fuck what anybody says. YouTube is ran by trolls.
That is accurate.
You said them out.
And so the deal is you either, if you're going to put yourself out there and make a channel, get ready for ridicule. You got to have thick skin, because I'm gonna let you know they're going to say some fucked up shit. My kids have been doxxed. My phone number's out there. Y'all have heard you know what I mean? Like I didn't know that coming into this, but now that I know, but just know my doors are locked for y'all's protection, not mine. And so, hang on a second.
Well, you're not going to get far on foot.
Hey,
he's got the pink leg. Well, he's got the Confederate flag leg, so he's
now
gonna
look
run
at that.
back.
That's a good old lady right there. Brought me some fried mushrooms. Look at that.
There you go. Make sure they're the right kind of mushrooms.
Is there a wrong? The good one or the bad? There's no such thing as a wrong mushroom. That's like no such thing as a wrong hole.
Oh,
ooh.
There it is.
Ooh. She said,
yes,
yes, there is.
Oh, there it is, though.
She said, oh, but there is. Hang on a second.
Now he's got to eat all his mushrooms. Then things get really interesting. All right. So you got situations like this, right? Where I'm running a panel and I have a random person who pops up backstage. Do you trust him? Do you don't trust him? Do you throw up the banner? What do you do? Right?
Don't trust him.
Don't trust him. This is the general rule that works in the general world. Do not trust anyone you don't directly know. Now, once you've done this for a few years and you get kind of an eye for that OBS look, you know what I'm saying? Like there's original OBS and then there's the rebroadcast of OBS, and they've got a slightly different look to them. Once you figure that out, you can kind of spot it. But until then, I would just outright, it's Seth Squatch, Zatoichi. I would be real careful about bringing folks up. I would always do some kind of something other with a banner or something, right? Which not a banner. It's not called a banner over here. It's called an overlay, right?
Oh yeah,
overlay. Sorry, she fooled me. Those are not mushrooms. That is fucking deep fried cauliflower. I'm offended.
She's trying to kill you with healthy stuff. You know, that's
Jesus Christ. Am I that fat, babe? Like, am I that fucking fat? She's like, deep fry it. Maybe you'll fucking eat it.
I defended America by stating blatantly that I deep fried Twinkies. Somebody was talking about English food being better than American food, and I was like, only better for you. Ours taste amazing. We deep fry Twinkies.
Right, that's the reason why we're the fattest country on this planet.
Sure, but we gotta.
But are we fat? Are we fat
because
of food or laziness?
It's the food.
Because I got a brother that works his ass off, and that motherfucker can't get under 300 pounds. I don't give a fuck what he does. Like, right. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So it's we're fat though.
Big boned.
Nope.
That's what I like to say. I'm big boned.
Yeah.
Or fluffy. I'm fluffy.
I don't know what to tell y'all. I got this dad bod kicking it over here.
How tall are you, Sasquatch?
Which side? Like 6'3" on one side and 5'9" on the other. Hey, you want to hear something else fucked up? Not only do I wear a size 12, but I wear a size 9.5 too. You know.
Hey, when you buy shoes,
do you No, No, I told you is what I do is I fuck other people's sets of shoes up. I'll take a 12 and a 9.5. Be like, I fuck other people's. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm wild. I didn't mean to disrupt your panel. I apologize. I was just really popping up to say hey to AJOT and show some respect and stuff. But yeah,
You're not completely off base. I mean, simps are allowed here. I just refuse to be one.
As a content creator, do not act like this guy.
But we're talking about trolls, and I can say is when I have my panels, as much as I love the guests that come up, I always know when a troll comes up, there's about to be a little spark. Ignited. And I need that spark sometime just to get everybody going. So I appreciate a troll, a respectful troll, and a troll that has, okay, let me stop trolling for a second. And but the ones that overstep, those become nuisance.
Okay, listen, I don't. Okay, as far now, here's my rules on trolling. How I take it. There's no reason if they're not on the internet.
See some kind. Hold up, I got to do this one. Yeah, we're gonna do some of this. What up, bud?
What's up, man?
What's
Show me your butthole.
No. Please don't. I've seen enough of them. I mean, I prefer not to if it's all the same to you. What's up, brother?
I prefer not.
Oh, wow. Hello.
Hello.
What's up, Zach?
No, my rules on trolling are if they're not on the internet, don't bring them on here. And kids, there's no reason to ever bring up kids.
Absolutely.
That's my 2 rules. But if you want to get on here and act a fucking fool, I'm going to point and laugh.
Nice. I appreciate that.
And you know what? If I act a fool, I expect you to point and laugh.
Oh, I'm definitely going to point and laugh, whether you act a fool or not. You see, if you go look at the description of my channel, it states quite clearly that I'm here to laugh at all of you equally.
Oh, fuck! I'm an equal opportunity hater. I hate everybody equally.
That's the way we stand here.
And I appreciate that.
You can stand, you son of a bitch. No, I'm
good girl. I was just approving of his actions and morals. It works.
Thanks.
Oh,
I think I'm going to come over here more often. This is actually
a lot of people come here.
Hell
we
yeah.
do.
Hey, Squatch,
Yes,
your leg, I meant the other one, sorry.
The one-legged when you.
Yeah. Did you get MRSA? Is that how you ended up losing the leg?
Yes, it was MRSA.
Yeah, that's what I
It
thought.
was MRSA, and there was like some other bacteria and shit growing in there that, I mean, like, man, during addiction, I was homeless. I was working in between jobs, and the worst thing I ever did was become the dope man. That was my fucking biggest downfall. Knock on wood. I got out the game early. When I started losing limbs, I figured, you know what, it's time to get the fuck out and quit it out. I'm like, this game's I'm not good at this game. I never got caught, knock on wood. And that's the only difference between me and anybody in jail right now is they got caught and I didn't. Only difference. I did some stupid shit in my day. The good Lord, somebody, the universe, whatever you want to call it, was looking out for me. I've got 3 beautiful kids that I'm in their life, and then I'm also got two step kids. Like, I mean, I call us the Shady Bunch. So, but like, it's crazy.
That is life. Especially the more people you bring into your circle and the more diverse that group is, the stranger and more unusual things become.
Oh, yeah.
Which
I'm a weird one anyways. Make America weird again 2024. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I was thinking about doing a write-in for Megan or possibly Samuel the Infamous. We need us a good Dark Lord candidate,
Hey, look at my avatar, man. You got it right there.
I noticed that, and I was gonna on it earlier, but I thought it was too soon commenting behind the Confederate flag. But since you brought it up, let me go ahead and walk through the door. Now I am confused by your avatar. At some point, I'm thinking, okay, it's Halloween, Dias de la Muertas. This is what I'm looking at. But then I also see the white hat, and I'm thinking, okay, am I looking at something else? So could you tell us a little bit more about your avatar?
I will explain. I was at work during 2020, during the beginning of the pandemic, and no one else was allowed in the building, so I was wearing that mask all the time. And then we got a box with some pink packing material in it. So I took the packing material and put it on my head, and then I look like some kind of like sorceress acolyte or something.
That is definitely interesting. My first glance at it, I kind of thought it was like one of those hats from The Handmaid's Tale.
Oh yeah.
And I was thinking, man, this dude's thinking way too hard.
Nice.
No, it was just a thing at work, like I just threw it on my head and took a picture.
Nice. Okay, well, thank you. It makes more sense now.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense any other way.
Yeah, this makes more sense now.
Well, no, actually, that's not true. People make their own sense of it. They make assumptions based off of some preconceived notions and attribute bullshit to you.
On why people like take in things the way that they do, on my point of view on it, because everybody's been through some sort of trauma, right? Everybody's been through bullshit. We've all got a story, right? Well, is what happens is I believe that over time, when you have trauma and shit, the way you you begin to build up filters, because I'm not going to be hurt again. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So the way you filter shit, and the way I filter shit is going to be different the way you filter shit. Does that make sense? Because we put these filters, and then all of a sudden, you say this one thing that may trigger me that won't trigger you because of the way my filters are and because of the way I hear it or perceive it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So
I wanted to ask you guys, because you were talking earlier about mental kind of things. Has anyone seen the new Joker movie with Lady Gaga?
Not yet.
I heard people talking about it. I heard people talking about it.
That's what I heard.
They were saying that it wasn't the greatest, but it wasn't the worst. What are you considering trash? Was it the acting, the writing?
Lady Gaga.
It was a musical, yeah. Lady Gaga.
Okay, I'm with you. Musicals, I can't stand them, but I love music, but not in movies. I don't know why I'm that way, but I agree.
It was a bad musical on top of it. Like the songs were terrible.
Okay, yeah, I don't get it. And I sing throughout my day, but I can't stand watching a musical.
Yeah, Farlap, I've heard a lot. There was a lot of bad reviews.
So here's my consideration on this. I think that this is the studio's punishment for the Joker having come as such a dark horse, like head candidate for movie awards and stuff, right? It was supposed to be a joke on incels, and instead incels ran with it. They turned it into the biggest grossing movie of the year, and it was all supposed to be poking fun and games at the whole concept of clown world, right? Except they struck the nail a little too close to the head and made a masterpiece of absolute discreditment. So when they did the sequel, he had no choice but to make it absolutely clear who he was making the movie for.
All right, bro, you use too many fucking.
Is Joaquin Phoenix still the Joker?
Yeah, he does a good job, playing the character.
So I think, so not to be a spoiler alert, but from what I was listening to other people say, does he have schizophrenia or something? And it's kind of what's
in the movie. Have you watched the original Joker?
Yes,
you don't know what's real and what's not in any of the movies. It all could be something that went on in his head, and especially in this new movie, there's like a courtroom scene, and it's very confusing as to what is real and what isn't, and It's just, I don't know, it's a mess.
Joaquin Phoenix, I don't know if y'all ever saw the documentary of his assistant made of him, and he was just a total basket case behind the scenes. But you bring up the what's real and what's not. What do these actors do? We all heard about Heath Ledger, how he was in a dark place after he made Batman.
Yeah.
So, and then, of course, Joaquin Phoenix grew up in that cult, and his brother, of course, was River Phoenix. And we all know who met his untimely demise at a very early age.
Yeah, I remember when River Phoenix passed. I ain't thought about that in years. Yeah, damn. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And, they grew up in the cult.
Scientology?
It was kind of like they lived on the land. There's River, Joaquin.
Yeah. They were
Phoenix. Yeah, like they grew up on the land, and their parents kept them out there. And I don't know how they got into acting, but those two.
So I got a question for you. And I don't know and I'm trying not to get too far off topic because of what's on YouTube. But what about conspiracy theories? Anybody do y'all mess with conspiracy theory? Oh my God! Holy shit! That's what I'm talking about. Motherfucker done put on the in full hat
just in case.
They can't read my brain.
Bad Binky's rolling too.
She's
prepared.
I don't wear tin. Jesus Christ, they both got tin.
Go get it. Go get your hat.
Smoked off on my tin foil, guys. I got to get some more.
You know what makes me mad about that shit? The other day, I was on a panel with people talking specifically about conspiracy theories, and I was the only one that brought a tinfoil hat. I was very impressed by that.
I had the tinfoil bow.
I'm gonna have to make one of those.
I think you should keep that part to yourself.
Well, I don't know if this is a conspiracy or not, but I can tell you that I saw a UFO in broad daylight with my friend, and it was reported in the newspaper in 3 different states.
Yep. There was one that landed here in Dallas, and they came out and took everybody's testimony, and they concluded it was real because they had it on their home camera. That the department came back out and reset up more cameras, just hoping the spacecraft would return.
You know what my favorite UFO sightings are, and it's nothing recent. It's actually like pre and post Civil War sightings of the lozenges. Have you ever heard of those?
Yeah,
I've heard of them.
In like 1870 something, there was about 250 sightings of what was reported to be a silver cigar shaped craft that floated from somewhere around Savannah all the way up to Charleston and then across the southeast. Like hundreds and hundreds of people reported having seen it. All of their reports all corroborated, even on time frame as to when they saw it. And I've always thought it was an early dirigible. Dirigible.
Yeah.
You use too big words, bro. I'm too stoned for this. Like, you got to break it down Barney style. Like, write that shit in crayon.
Yeah, dumb it down.
I'm right there with you.
Come on, bro.
Write crayon. Sarah ate all my crayons.
Oh, what's your favorite flavor crayon? Mine's the orange.
I don't eat crayons. I lick the sweet paint chips from the base of the windowsill.
Oh, those are nice. I like the orange ones and the red ones. The only bad thing is they got to my teeth.
Yeah. It's an issue.
Look like that old woman with lipstick on her teeth. You know what I'm talking about? I like there's always that one old woman that dresses up every day and has to paint her eyebrows on, and one's usually higher than the other one.
Yeah.
Always a little surprised as hell, like sardonic.
All the time. And then lipstick on her teeth, and she wants to give you a hug, and her hair's blue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I always thought I was hoping, when I was trolling people back in the day, I was always kind of had a back ear, like a thought out about the CIA tapping me to professionally troll people. You ever watched Hackers? I know what it's all about.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take off. Thank you for having me up. I'm sure I'll see you later, Sash.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you
Bye.
for coming.
Bye.
Thank you for noticing me.
Yeah, and then there was 4. I think I'm gonna hop down too. I came up to. I heard Butthole and Fan, and
Did you shoot your wad already? You already done with me?
Well, no,
I thought you was
I
gonna be
can
my
start
listener.
over. Hang on, give me a second.
You
Hang on, let me fluff myself. All right, I'm ready. Let's do this.
Yeah, it don't take long. That's the good thing about having a small penis is your
Hey,
heart's
it don't take much blood.
hard.
It may not be all you want, but it's all you're gonna get. You know?
I'm here for a good time, not for a long time.
That's right. I just got to be careful being my size. I don't put more on her than I do in her. You know? Woo! That's a fact.
So what do we do in 5 years when one of us ends up with like a comedy show? Like,
Oh God.
how do we deal with that? Do we have any advice on this?
Baby, I love you, but here comes the hooker and blow. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, she gets the days off and sometimes the nights too.
I said no to drugs, but they won't listen. You know what I'm saying? I said no to drugs, but they won't listen. No, if I don't know if I want that. Like, I got 1,000 subs and I get like, I don't know, the most I had, like, but I got a lot of bullshit going on in my community. There was like AJOT was in there. There was like 96 motherfuckers in there yesterday, wasn't there?
Yeah.
I mean, there was like shit popping off though. You know what I mean? AJOT's just like, hi, and I just and goes back in the bushes.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, just know I'm here.
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
I don't know what's going on, but I'm here.
Yeah. Holy shit! It's crazy. Oh,
You know, every time somebody tells me that I'll regret that in the morning, I just sleep till noon.
yeah, right? No regrets, not even one letter.
Yeah.
Not even one letter.
This man has almost convinced me to drink.
Almost.
Almost.
Well, mama didn't raise no quitter, right? I mean, hey,
My
and
dad
it's not
didn't raise no
all day
quitter.
if you don't start in the morning. So there's that.
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah."
I always had the philosophy that it ain't a problem. You know, it's not a problem when you do drugs. It's a problem when drugs do you.
Yeah,
So
that's fact.
that was kind of the line that I drew in the sand, I guess. When I realized drugs was doing me, I had to change my life.
Well, I'm with you. Like I said, when I got on that slash diet and started losing shit, and then
The slash diet.
Is it worth it? Maybe one more. No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I didn't see. This is reason. Okay, perfect example. Be careful who you let on panel.
No, brother, listen.
Get a wild one.
I'm usually this guy when I come up on the panel. I usually pop up, get everybody giggling maniacally, and move on with my life. But today it's one.
Well, I'm glad you got graced with my presence.
Nice. It is good to be seen.
It is good to be seen, right? No, I do get wild, but why? I mean, fuck it, YOLO.
Do what you got to do, brother.
Yeah.
If you can't be good at it, fuck it. I'm gonna hit this weed pipe real quick.
Oh, are you making you a drink, Sasquatch?
Who, me or that one? This one? The
I
other
don't
one?
drink.
No. I'm trying to text and talk at the same time, and I keep.
Oh, you're not good at multitasking either.
I keep typing the words I'm saying instead of the words I'm really typing, and they're like, I just said the stupidest shit to this bitch. And I hit send, you bastards. That's why I was over here like, what the hell just happened? Like, no.
Shut up.
Well, I got to drop down, guys, but have a good night.
Thank you for coming up.
Here's my leg, by the way.
Thanks for having me.
So if I offend anybody with my Confederate middle finger, Yeah, I got a Confederate middle finger on my leg. Where's Cynthia at? Cynthia, I forgot to show you this. My
Yeah, she's
Confederate middle-
gone, long gone. See, Flow State's going to be live in a few minutes, and she had to run off and go suck on his clout. I mean, his channel. I mean, whatever.
Damn.
No, she straight up told me one night that she knew I was racist because I'm white and I chose this name, and then went further. Now here's she. There's no way she could know that I have an Afghani daughter. There's no way she could know any of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But she just makes an assumption based off of an accent and an attitude.
Well, but you've seen what she said. I mean, because I'm proud to be from. No, then she would love. Well, I hope she comes back and looks at that Confederate middle finger. It says Confederate lives matter. We're not taking it down. Just so you fucking know, and I stand on that. I know that's his panel. That ain't his opinion. That's mine. You know,
I'm not adverse to opinions. What's up, Kane's Catharsis? Welcome in, bud.
Sorry, I didn't mean
links up there. We're kind of taking a poke at the whole PanelVerse risk assessment part of the problem.
Yeah.
Do you ever do just edited videos and stuff like normal videos, or are you full on live stream?
No, I'm not that smart. I hit the live button and talk my shit.
There you go.
Now, I mean, that's
how I got here.
That's what I'm known for. Let's come on my panel and let's throw chairs. Like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
I mean, that's a cultured way to look at things.
I wouldn't say cultured, but that's how I look at it.
I don't know. There's a certain culture to the people that throw chairs, and you can recognize them in a group too, right? Like you ever been standing around somewhere and things start getting a little spicier than normal, and there's that one guy who just keeps his hand on the back of the chair. Watch that.
Yeah.
That somebody is gonna hit somebody with a chair. As soon as this shit sets off, somebody's getting right with a chair.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I hate that guy too. God. But no, I'm all about like if you like throwing chairs and but like I can be serious. It just depends on like I can talk about anything.
Okay, let me ask you this. Can you sit and talk seriously without making dark humor jokes about addiction and recovery? No. I mean, either. I do not have the ability to listen stoically to somebody talk about how horrible it was, you know. Because you didn't do it because it was horrible. You did it because it's fucking great. And you're lying to everybody when you sit there and try to paint it with dark colors.
Bro, here's the deal. Like, okay, here it is. I didn't quit drugs because I didn't like them. Okay. Right. I didn't quit because I didn't like them. I quit it because it was fucking my life up and I was making bad choices. And you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I didn't quit
know
because
exactly what you're saying. Brother, I was strung out on every drug known to man. I had broken my back and my pelvis.
Twice. So I know. Yeah, I'm with you.
I broke my back and my pelvis. I couldn't walk around. Things were absolutely horrible. 8 years of that nightmare. And one day when I went to get up, my hip popped into place and it stopped hurting. And I just laid back down on the couch and did not move. I had had it happen a couple of times before. It had happened once or twice throughout that 8 years where I would just wake up and feel fine. And I'm like, I don't get it. Like, it doesn't hurt now. But inevitably, the next day, that afternoon, the hip would pop back out of place and it would go back to hurting like it was. Oh, yeah. And this time, I just stayed off of it. I just stayed off of it for a straight 3 weeks. I kept taking all the dope and all the other stuff I was on. And then I got up, started moving around a little bit. And once I realized that it was actually in place and wasn't at risk of falling back out under its own power, I looked at my wife and said, I'm going to quit all this shit. And she said, yeah, right. And laughed at me. And 2 days later, I had a seizure and she realized that I hadn't done anything. I quit benzos, opiates, and I'd already knocked off the meth a long time before. And but the benzos is what really, really got me. Like the opiates, that's just misery. Once you wrap your head around the fact that you're going to be fucking miserable, that's all there is to it. You're miserable, right? You're going to be miserable.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, like, okay, check it out. Even though I have an amputation and the blood, like, they want to send me to pain management, but I'm scared to go because I know how I am. You know what I'm saying? I know I know that I have that addictive personality.
Thought you froze there for a second, brother. Like you went solid still there for a minute.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking. That was my thinking face.
No. We're in hell now.
All right. No, like I know myself. I know that I have that addictive personality. So
Yeah, no, I did not. The way I put it is this: I did not get an addiction by having self-control. The reason I was addicted is I lacked a certain self-control. So here's the weird thing: I cannot do something, and this is something, and it's going to sound dumb as hell. Dumb as hell. It's a combination of an old freaking Paul Bunyan tall tale story, right? You familiar with Paul Bunyan?
I know who Paul Bunyan is.
All right. So Paul Bunyan was this big, bad, cock-strong Chad who could do absolutely anything better than anyone else. Longer, faster, stronger, better. There was nobody but John Henry that could compete with him, right?
Edwina, welcome in.
Cryptic Unicorn, welcome back. So the occurrence takes place where every week at the login camp, they're trying to do a different competition, but if Paul Bunyan shows up, everybody knows he's going to win and nobody bothers to really compete. And somebody comes up with the idea, we're going to have a competition doing nothing. And they brought Paul Bunyan in, they sat him down in a rocking chair and told him he could not rock. You cannot move, you cannot talk, you can't scratch, you can't shake your leg, all these things. And he lasts 1 minute and 27 seconds, jumps up and says, well, screw that. I just got to go do something.
Right.
And it occurred to me, the most difficult thing to learn to do is nothing.
No, now that is, you know what? And I'm glad you kind of brought that up because I was talking to my lady the other day, like about the nothing. We as men, we have our toolboxes and we like to fix things, right? Or, there's a problem. As a man, we stand and as a man, we're supposed to rise to the occasion in our minds and fix it, correct? Well, sometimes there's nothing we can do. So we have to reach and grab our nothing tool, that tool in our box that does nothing. And you have to pull that motherfucker out. And sometimes you have to use that.
Yes.
And that is one of the hardest tools to use.
It is. Nobody teaches you how to do nothing. You don't grow up learning. You grow up being forced to do nothing, but that is not your decision. That is someone else's decision. And until you make the decision, you see the circumstance, you're look at it from both directions, and you could go do this or you could go do that. But no, there is a third option. You could just do nothing. And I've learned since then that nothing is largely the preferred outcome.
Nothing's better than fucking up. I mean, nothing.
If I'm going to fuck it up, I'm going to do it right. You'll know I did it. It'll be no doubt.
Everybody
will have my signature all over it.
Jesus is going to know. The Pope's going to know because I just.
My pops once told me. My pops once introduced his two sons. He said, "This is my son Dan, and he's probably going to con the Pope out of the Vatican. And this is my son Sasquatch. And I imagine the next time he fucks up, it'll be visible from space."
Yes, exactly.
I was about 14 at the time. I just grinned at the guy and walked away.
Yeah, right. He said, "Yeah, that's pretty much." Now, I tell my old lady the only time I fuck up is when she's on top. You know what I'm saying?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like that. I got to remember that one.
That's it. No, hey, I ride a motorcycle, and on my cut, I got a patch that says God's biggest fuck up. You know what I mean? Like that's.
Yeah. I never could get into the motor scooters.
Man,
every time I bought two. I brought one home. And my pops was like, nope. And he just walked out and left and brought me back some cash. And I was like, well, what the hell, dude? Like, I won that straight up in a card game. What are you doing? He's like, no, you don't need that. He's like, you don't have enough sense to drive a fucking motorcycle. Stay off the damn things. So like 5 years later, I come across one that was for sale, and the guy wanted like $1,000 for it, but I got it for like $250 because I helped him clean out his fucking. He was moving, and I just bargain basement that motherfucker and helped me do a little bit of shit. And I brought it home on the back of the truck, and pulled it off and set it down. And when I walked by my pops, he was making a phone call, and I just went and took a shower.
That motherfucker out underneath you too.
That son of a bitch was gone before I got out the shower, bro. It was like a 1989 Honda Shadow or something like that.
He said you didn't get it back then, and you ain't getting that motherfucker now. Nope. See, okay, well, here's the crazy thing about me. Like, my pops was a Pentecostal preacher, like tent preacher.
I can kind of hear it. I hear it in your delivery, dude. You see, I grew up around a bunch of Southern Baptists, and I'm trying to tell you, if you're going to bring down the church, you're going to have to use some of their very own methods. I'm telling you, son, when we bring the Christ before you, you will lay down your arms and make them into plowshares.
Yeah.
God bless us.
Said, everybody grab a broom. Because Jesus is coming. Look busy.
Yes, sir. I'm telling you, dude, I can sell an Eskimo and ice maker. You just got to get me in the mood.
Damn right, son. Oh, yeah, I know all about that. So, like, I can't believe I just did that. But see, shit you do on the internet.
Yes, sir.
But
you see, that's the thing. That's what I was getting at earlier. Is like when you brought up the lolcow part, like you have to decide how much of a lolcow you're willing to be. How much of this trash are you willing to tolerate? First of all, before you ever start, are you going to be offended? Yeah. If yes, do not start a YouTube channel.
Do words hurt your feelings? First and foremost, do words hurt your feelings? Because if words hurt your feelings, this is not the place for you. The only time words hurt my feelings is if you throw a fucking book at me. Right. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if you ain't sucking my dick or paying my bills, I give two fucks what you think.
Not a least of shit.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't doing those two things. I don't give a fuck about you.
Absolutely.
Like we can be cool. We can be friends. We can be acquaintances, whatever the fuck you want to be, but that's just how the fuck it is.
Right.
Walter Davis, welcome in. Good citizen. What's up?
So what I'm getting at is this. Different panels have different flavors and different drama goes to different places. So I'm sure being a Squatch, you've run into all the Bigfoot people, both the haters and the makers, right?
Never had one Bigfoot person come across me at all.
Scully.
Never one.
Really?
Not a fucking one.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
I started in a troll community. I started out in a troll.
Well, I basically sent up the balloon and got out of the troll community. I advertised myself as a retired troll. I no longer do that stuff anymore. In fact, I'll help you grow your channel with absolutely no prejudice about your politics or your opinions because I don't give a fuck. I'm more interested in the numbers and the methods. If the methods work, I want to spread those around to people putting in the work.
Right. Dirt Goat made a great point. Being adult when anyone gets offended and get over it and move on. Well, here's the deal. Most of the time when you get offended, you're looking for offense anyways. You're looking for something. There's already something there that you're fucking pissed off about that you're looking to take offense at. There's some sort of
Let me tell you a story, brother. And this sums up how I handle YouTube panels and trolls and the whole nine. About 2 years ago, I needed to put a roof on the house and I contacted some people. We had them over. They did measurements, contacted some other people, got a couple of different estimates, contracted the guys, and the business disappeared overnight. I was out $40,000 fucking dollars on a Tuesday. And I was like having a complete and total panic attack, right? And I went on a panel. I can't even remember what panel it was, but it was one I'd been invited on specifically by the person running it. It was like, come by anytime. And I showed up. And I noticed after about 10 minutes that I was the most negative Nancy I had ever seen on YouTube. Like I was straight up just smoking these guys up for absolutely no good reason and was offended before I joined the panel. Exactly. That is the only case of finding me offended by something someone said, and it had nothing to do with them and everything to do with me.
But that's what I'm saying. It usually has nothing to do with the person saying the bullshit because, first of all, let me tell you something. As a troll, they're going to say something to get that reaction. That's what. Did you do shit for reactions when you were trolling? Because that shit's fucking.
Dude, hey, let me tell you one of my secret methods. What I would do is start up, say, 25 accounts specifically associated with your channel. I would name them so that I knew what their personalities were when they came to your channel. I would use them in association with some other ones that I had on other channels, so there was a little bit of cross-referencing that would take place between different people I was trolling, and you could kind of tell who it was overall. And here's what I would do.
I do that as well.
You have a channel. You do a live stream. You have 15 people show up at your live stream. And then you have 20 people show up at your live stream the next time, and then 25 the next time, and then 30 the next time. And for 6 solid months, you're walking around with 35, 40 people in a live stream. And then on a random Tuesday, none of them show up. Here's another layer to that. With the different personalities that I'm bringing in with these different psychic, you're eventually going to give me a moderator status. And that is the last thing that happens. You will never, ever, ever grow again, bro. No, and I'll sit there quiet as a mouse. I'll never say a word. You'll never know I was ever there, except for the fact that anybody that says anything legitimate is gone from chat with no explanation. Nowadays, it lists everybody that gets blocked and who blocked them and all that stuff. But that didn't used to be the case. It was a total mystery who blocked you.
No, I'm very real. That's the thing about my troll is the truth is a truth troll is funnier than any troll, in my opinion, than anything else. I'm a troll that shows my face, so how is that not real? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, hang on. What?
What's up, Divine Sorcerer?
It's good to see you, bud. Am I still echoing?
No,
you're not echoing.
Okay. My sound crashed in the middle of that. Everybody went robot-y. I was like, oh no. But I mean, what are you supposed to do about this type of stuff? First of all, there was nothing you could do about me. If I decided that I was going to fuck with you, you just got fucked with until I decided otherwise. And so regardless of all of the advice that I give people on how to deal with trolls, none of that would have directly worked on me, because I would choose your channel based off of some nefarious bullshit you were doing. Like the guy that was he would have this was genius. It was genius, and that's why I targeted him. He was grilling out hamburgers and hot dogs and quote unquote feeding the homeless, but the homeless people that he was feeding was all his family. They weren't homeless. They would just dress up in ratty ass clothes. They called it a rat party or something like that. And they'd all go over there and hang out behind the camera, getting fucked up as field rats, but just stand around looking like homeless people in front of the camera. They were all in on it, and it just pissed me off. And so I went in on it. Well, yeah, anybody can flirt with me, bro. I'm not gonna like rebuff you.
What's up, Ray?
Sis, how you doing, bud?
Oh, racist! What up, racist?
How'd you like the way we handled it, though?
Right? Yeah. See, that's exactly right. Like, just say it because it's fucking funny. You know, that's one of my fucking alts. Just so you know, that's one of mine. Racist.
Yeah, that makes sense. I kind of spotted that. I'm not gonna lie. I had sort of guessed.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna talk about alts. I'll pop in with one. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my, well, like because we do a Tuesday show, or on Tuesdays we do the naughty corner, and like we get some trolls and they come in there just so I will read what they say. You know what I mean? Because they know I'll do it.
It's funny though, like fuck it. Like, okay, listen. Even my old lady trolls me. So my old lady is in the medical field, right? So she decided to bring home one of them fucking pull-up things, and I was going to be a smart ass and fucking put it on. Well, so I was talking shit to her one day, so she drops that picture of me in the diaper. Yeah, on my channel. Oh, fuck yeah. And then I got people popping up as says period pad or says period pamper or says, you know what I mean? Fucking go with it. Laugh. I mean,
yeah, no, you gotta lean into some. I'd use that for my thumbnail. I'm not joking.
I may do that on my next live. That's a great idea. Like,
AJOT's probably got some of the most embarrassing footage of me, unless it's 007. The first time she caught me getting shit faced on stream, I drank a pint in like 45 minutes.
Oh,
I
shit.
shotgun that son of a bitch. I basically just drank it like tea. I can't remember why it was. I think it was right after I got my roof put on when I realized I hadn't lost 40 grand. Right.
So you were celebrating?
I was celebrating, and I just sat down to that pint and drank it like iced tea, bro.
Hang on.
No, we're going to move on. What's up, Tiff? Good to see you, chick.
Hey, Tiff.
Fucking asshole. No, I'm kidding.
And fans. I got real drunk one night, and I was staying at this chick's house, and we had the conversation before she went to sleep that she didn't have any fans. And I was like, sure you do. You got fans everywhere. And so after she went to sleep, I found some sticky notes, and I wrote, "This is a fan," and stuck it to all the fans in the house. Like, she woke up the next morning, there were sticky notes all over everything that had a fan on it, the computer, everything. I was like, you literally have at least 24 fans just in this room alone.
Hell yeah. Hey, bro, I do have to hop down, and that's not just because I got one leg, you son of a bitch. But yeah, I am going to hop down. I appreciate you having me. Thank you, AJOT. Thank you.
Yeah, brother.
Squatch. Okay, I got a question. Are you Asian? Are you like
not at all?
Is that because you have an Asian penis, like it's little?
That's what everyone says.
I was just
here's how it works. Whenever I started
I
my
know
channel,
how it works. I got one, but thank you.
One of the little Asian penises look like a grater rice 3 ways. Yes, sir. Got a Halloween snicky dick. So fun size. We do this shit all day, bro. This is going to be fun. On my birthday, I'm a groundhog baby. I was born on Groundhog's Day. And so every year on Groundhog's Day, I do a groundhog's roast where anybody that wants to can come up and take shots at me. But the problem is I come out firing. Like,
good deal.
It starts with smoke and flames and brimstone and shit.
Let's fucking hellfire and brimstone. Let's do it.
Damn right. Like, because that's the thing, is like, I'm so nice the rest of the time. I'm just as nice as I could be. I'm as helpful as possible. And I've hurt motherfuckers' feelings on that show when they come up, because I usually start with a shot before we even get started.
Oh yeah, let's do it. I'll definitely be there for sure. No, I had a great time. I want you to know, hey, I love the banter. I love it. Like, I can obviously tell this guy is some sort of old school troll. He fucking knows what he's talking about as far as
you just do the things.
Oh yeah, it's badass. A lot of respect, much respect, bro. Thank you for dropping knowledge.
You have a good one.
Thank you for having me up as well. You know, you the homie.
Good to see you.
So, all right, guys. I'm on. Hey, workyverse, motherfucking strong. I'm out like a fat kid in dodgeball.
That's right. That just happened.
Yeah.
What's up, Katie K? How you doing? So, like, I don't know what to make of what just took place. Is there anything in particular we should cover on that? Because that was a risk. That was some of that risk assessment that we talked about there.
I think it went well. So
I think it went very well. I mean, as far as I can tell, we're still live and haven't received any type of reprimand so far.
Right.
Got a little spicy there midway through, but what are we going to do? Hey, looky there. We got M in the chat. She is alive, folks. She's not dead on the side of the mountain. Did I tell you what happened? All right, check this out. So during one of the streams we were doing, she went past I don't know if she was driving or walking. I think she was walking, but she went past a intersection, right? And this past couple of weeks, when the hurricane blew through, I remembered the intersection and went and checked it. And that fucker's done slid down the side of a fucking mountain. Like, that thing's gone. It's not there anymore. There's no road. There's no houses. There's no nothing the fuck over there. And I was like, holy shit. Well, I finally got in touch with it. And it turns out that intersection was like a couple of blocks away from a PanelVerse house, not her house. So she's safe. The rest of that town is fucked. Asheville is the lost city of Asheville currently. It's okay to be a risk. Just don't intentionally trash channels. I mean, And when I say trash, I mean like mechanically. Don't come up and like do one of the forbidden verboten things.
Yeah.
Which would be like handling a gun. You can do all the shooting videos you want, but the first time you pick up a gun on a live stream, your shit's nuked from orbit. It gets took down immediately, and you may very well catch a strike right there. Bam. So you're mythical beasts now. No, I'm kind of putting that into like the land of Shangri-La and Nod, you know, all together. Like they're non-existent places that you can't get to, right up there with Asheville. I don't know about there, but around here we still got trees falling down. Like I went out to my baby mama's house to go get some stuff for my daughter, and about halfway out there, I got to a tree coming up one of those dirt roads, because I kind of took the scenic route, so to speak, just to see what kind of damage was off the beaten path.
Mm-hmm.
And on both of the little side dirt roads headed that way, I had to turn around and go back because there was a massive freaking tree across it.
Oh, my headset's about to die.
Yeah.
So battery low. Battery
low. Yeah. El Perro, hit the fucking link. She's fixing to dip. I can tell. She's got that look on her face.
Yes, my thing's about to die.
Yeah, that's what she said. It's probably why we got a divorce.